Go.
Good morning, girls. Since you decided that you wanted to sleep in the morning, and in order for us to make strawberry bread and for you to get to experience it, then I am going to make it for you, and you're going to get to watch it on video. So, let me go over the recipe very quickly. We have margarine, sugar, vanilla, lemon extract, eggs, flour, sugar, salt, cream of tartar, strawberry preserves, and sour cream and pecans. Now, I want to tell you really quickly the difference between preserves and jam for strawberry specifically. Preserves has whole fruit in it, and jam has just pureed fruit, so it's got the pulp in there. Versus like grape jelly, anytime it says jelly, there's not any pulp in the fruit at all. It's just the juice. So that's one thing you need to know about it. So our recipe tells us to cream the margarine, sugar, and extracts. Then we're going to add the eggs one at a time. One thing that I want you to know about this recipe, when it uses the word cream, that means for you to use a hand mixer. If it says stir, that means stir, literally with a spoon or a wooden spoon or a rubber scraper. But when it says cream, it's in reference to the hand mixer. So, he called for 2 cups of margarine, which is actually 4 sticks. Now, if you were here, I would be asking you, who can tell me the difference between margarine and butter? But since you're not, I'll just tell you. So the difference between margarine and butter is that butter is an animal product. It comes from milk, from cows. And margarine is a vegetable product, so it comes from soy or olive or canola or safflower or corn. So it's a vegetable product. So telling us to cream our sugar, and this is actually pre-measured. So this is 3 cups of sugar and 2 cups of margarine. So we're going to cream that together. So let's look and see what creaming looks like if you want to look down in here. I'm going to turn that off a second. Whenever you're using a hand mixer, you always want to make sure that the mixer blades are down in the bowl and not up. Otherwise, it's going to splat all over everyone. To teach girls whenever we're using a hand mixer is that first of all, remember how we talked about the knife and your fork, and when the butt of the knife is in the palm of your hand, how you have more control? Same thing, especially if you're small. Holding on to the top of the mixer does not give you the best control. So putting your hand in here and holding the entire mixer actually does. Then the other thing that I was going to say is my mom taught me something a long time ago, which is to work smart and not hard. And so if I were going to be creaming this and I'm moving the mixer around and around and around and around and around, that's working hard. But this is what working smart looks like. It's by holding the bowl and actually moving the bowl instead of my mixer. Okay, so that's pretty much what creaming the sugar and the margarine looks like. So then the next thing it says is to add the extracts, and it calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I'm not sure if we talked about it or not, but the difference between, the one way to remember, here's one of my tricks. One way to remember the difference between a teaspoon and a tablespoon is that tables are big and teacups are small. So that helps you remember tablespoon and teacup, that the tablespoon is the bigger of the two. So for vanilla, it calls for 2 teaspoons teaspoons of vanilla. 1, I always count out loud in case we forget. And 2. Then it calls for half a teaspoon of lemon extract. Alright. So then it says add the eggs one at a time and beat after each addition. Well, so then the question is, why would you add them one at a time? Well, part of what we are trying to accomplish here is to get air into our bread, our strawberry bread. And one way that we can add air to the bread is by incorporating air into the eggs. And so if we put all the eggs in here at one time, then it will not rise, it won't have as much leavening ability as it would otherwise. So, I taught you how to crack eggs yesterday morning with your omelets. And so, to crack it on the side of the bowl and then to hold it up, and you're in control of the egg by opening it and then dumping it over. Now, that's the only one I'm going to do like that. The rest of them I'm going to do the way that I would do them. So this is going to be kind of loud, so I won't talk during this, but we're going to do one egg at a time.